Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Those of you who have taken a class with me before, welcome back. And those of you who are new here, my name is Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. And I've been live streaming free classes 1 hour every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 Pacific PM since COVID started. So please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you. And please say hello. If you're out there, maybe even tell me where you're from. Okay, and let's get started. We're going to do a little bit of everything today, focusing maybe a little more on balance today. So, hello, Alice and Frank and Suresh. Welcome back. Okay, let's go ahead and open and click. And gray, and blue. Green and blue. Welcome. Let's go ahead, interlace. Fernanda, welcome back. Interlace our fingers and let's just go ahead and go side to side a little. Side to side. Get fists and circles. And welcome my hummies. Welcome back. Turning to the side and looking up. And then walking your hand out to the other side. All right, let's take a gentle twist over to one side. And then to the other side. And back to center. Let's go ahead and take our hands. Let's see, I'm going to take my right hand and grab onto maybe the back of my ear here. And then I'm just going to pull it down slightly over to the left. Or maybe looking down, chin to the chest, or you can go sideways. So whichever one feels better to you, just stretching into the side of your neck, or you can chin down and press and stretch into the back of your neck. And just a little gentle pressure on the side of your neck. And release. And shrug your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And we'll do it the other way. So just drop your ear to the shoulder at first. You can add a little weight if you like, whatever you did on the opposite side. And then come back up. And then I like to go straight down towards that knee to stretch a little bit of a different angle. So, hit the back of your neck towards the opposite side of where you're bending. All right. And welcome, Jawad. Welcome. All right, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Just tune into our body, our breath before we begin. We'll take some cleansing pranayama breaths by breath of fire. So you can do like this Just on the exhale, pull the belly in towards the spine. You're breathing in and out of your nose. Looks like this. So it's a quick exhale out of your nose, almost like you're blowing your nose. And then a gentle just releasing, and do it again. So go at your own pace. I think most people are comfortable with 1 per second, but you can do it faster or slower depending. Also known as the breath of fire. "30 more seconds like this. And then relax. And notice, take some deep breaths with the eyes closed. Notice how calmer your breath and body and mind and state of being are. So just 1 more minute like this. So good for our nervous system. All right, let's take our hands in front of our hearts and drop our gaze. Take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms. Inhaling deeply. All right, let's start in a child's pose. And let's walk over to the left. And over to the right. And then back to center. Let's go ahead and spread our fingers wide, coming into tabletop position. For cat-cow, drop your belly. Inhale, exhale, round your back. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round down. Inhale, up. And exhale, round. Three more. 2. And last one. All right, feet together. Let's take that right leg back. And we're going to lift it straight up in the air and pulse it a little bit up and down, up and down. Feel the right glutes turning on, and then you can take your opposite arm forward. Maybe, maybe not. If it's hard to balance, just keep your hands down. If it's not hard, you can add elbow in towards the knee, so it doesn't have to actually touch. Unless you can also just bring it in and in. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn to your left, catch your foot, and kick it away. Good, other side. Stretch out the left leg, lift it up. Little pulses, so you want to feel those left glutes in line with the spine. Little pulsing, or you can take some dynamic core work, elbow in towards the knee. And give me 8 more. So 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn to your right, catch your foot, and kick it away. And release. You're going to come onto your belly. So just come all the way down to your belly. In Sphinx Pose. So forearms down. Make sure you set your Apple Watch if you have to close your rings today. So spread your fingers wide, isometrically dragging it back towards you as you look up. Right, coming back down, chin down, hands by your hips, Shavasana. Lift everything up. And then back down. Lift everything up. And down. Last time, lift it all up. And slowly come on down. And then you'll come into a Cobra or on your forearms. Just coming as high as you're comfortable at this moment. And looking over your left shoulder, over your right shoulder. Back to center, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, pedal your feet. Shake your head yes and no. And we'll take that right leg forward, the left leg forward. Relax your neck and shoulders. Grab opposite elbows. You're just going to sway a little side to side. Lift and lengthen. You could bend the left knee and twist to the right. You can take your elbow to the thigh. Or if you're ready for a backwards twist, you can go through your legs and twist. And back to center. Lift and lengthen, hands on shin or the floor. Bend your right knee, twist over, elbow to the thigh if you need to. Or if you're ready to take a twist, bind here, you can. And back to center. Let's slowly come up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. So warming up the shoulders, the propeller arms forward like you're swimming. So it looks like this, just like you're swimming forward. You can turn the gaze to that back hand if you like. Swimming forward. And then we're going to pause and take it back. So swimming back. And then you're going to pause. And then you're going to try to do a little exercise for your brain and your body. So you're going to do opposite, hands in front. The left hand tries to maintain circles going forward as the right hand does circles going back. So the left hand does forward circles, the right hand goes backwards. And you can add that sound effect. And if you can't get it, then you're not alone. When I teach it in class, people think they're doing it and then they get confused and frustrated. But even when you try new things and you don't get it right, the left hand will go back, the right hand will go forward circles. And we'll do a few more here. You might have to slow it down if you're new to this movement. Do 3 more. 2 and 1. And release. All right. You can circle the arms up. Exhale, fold. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, left leg back. Lower to your belly. Find a cobra. A downward facing dog. Take that right leg forward, left leg forward, circle the arms up. Exhale, dives you down, left back, right back, chaturanga or to your belly, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, circle the arms up. Exhale, down, right leg back, left leg back, chaturanga, double, chaturanga up and down, and then cobra and downward dog. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Let's bring it forward and come on up for high lunge. Inhale to come up, high lunge. Exhale, sink down a little lower. So we're going to challenge our balance a little more here. So in this low position, if you're able to, hold your left elbow, lift it straight up. The left wrist, lift it straight up and see if you can bend over to the right. So if it's not possible, go ahead and bend your knee to the floor, and then you can do the same thing, pulling over or like this for that nice side body stretch. Okay, and then come back to center. And then here we're going to balance a little more. Really square those hip points forward as you're going to swim the arms forward, lean forward about 45 degrees and then see if you can look to that hand behind you, which is hard. 3 more swims on each side. 2 more. It's harder than it looks, right? And last one. Swimming it out. Windmill the hand to the floor for an easy twist. Or if you want to go harder, elbow past the knee for a deeper twist. Maybe open the arms. Maybe backward spine. Maybe not today. Step it back. Again, double chaturanga. Or you can also come to your knees like this, cross your ankles, and pop out. A few of these. A little upper body strengthening. Find your Cobra and downward facing dog. Left leg lift. 3-legged dog. Let's bring it forward. Come on up for high lunge. Inhale, exhale. Oh, hello, Austin Lights. Okay, so from here, come down as low as you can, and then grab your right wrist. If you can, side bend over. If it's too much for you, lower your knee to the floor, elbow to the thigh, and you'll find a nice side bend like this without that balance component. Well, a little balance, but not as much as up here. Come back to center. Hinge forward. Really engage your core. And then start swimming the hands forward. If it's hard, you just keep the gaze down at your foot. If you're able to do it, you're going to turn your head and look at the hand that's going behind you. Harder than it looks. You'll find the shakiness of that left foot. Trying to keep your balance. 3 more. 2 more on each side. Last one. How many people fell over? Right hand down. Easy twist, or hook your elbow over the knee for a deeper twist. Open the arms. Maybe backward spine for some of you. And release. Go ahead and step it back. You can cross your knees and do 3 little chaturangas, or you can do full chaturanga. Find a cobra as high as you're able. Roll your shoulders back, maybe look up. Downward facing dog. Right leg lift. Bend it and stack it. Open up your hips. You can stay here, or you can come onto the edge of your foot and then drop the ball of your right foot down. Lift up for wild thing. And come on back. Let's take that right leg forward. Plant it down. Come on up for warrior 1. Pat yourself on the back with the left hand. If you can, you'll bind them with a strap between, or just a towel or something. And then release your left hand. You can reverse namaste, up your leg, up your back, or you can grab opposite elbows. Straighten the front leg and fold over as you balance. If it's hard to balance, bring your hands to the floor or to a table or a block. Good. Release. Hands to the floor. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. You can do little pulses here if you like. Bowing over the front leg, feeling the hamstring stretch. All right. Lift and lengthen. Hands on the shin. The right hand can go on your sacrum as you roll your shoulder back, or you can slide your hand down to the outer or inner edge of your foot for revolved triangle, Parvrita Trikonasana. Keep drawing your belly in, right hip back, or you can have the hand on your sacrum like this and just turning over. 3, 2, and 1. Let's spin your hands down. And we're going to quarter turn to the right, to your left. Parallel your feet. Spin the inner thighs back and find a prasarita coming down. You can use a chair here to hold if you can't reach the floor, or some kind of prop, blocks, soup cans. Good. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Let's go over to the left. Come on up. Warrior 1. And we'll take the right hand and pat yourself on the back this time. Take the elbow behind you. Press back into the elbow. And you can take a full bind if you're able to. If you're not, it's okay. Release your right hand. Let's go ahead and swim up your back. And straighten that front leg. Hinge forward for Prasarita. Again, balancing. If you need assistance, use some support. Fingers on the floor, on blocks, or even grab a chair or walk up to a table and do this. Let's release our hands to the floor. Lift and lengthen and fold forward. Little. Keep going. I'm just going to flip around because I was facing away from you last time when I twisted. This time I'll face towards you just so you can see better. But I have the same foot, the left foot forward. And I'm pulsing. All right, lift and lengthen, hands on your shin. Take your left hip back, lift your chest. Left hand on your sacrum, lift your chest, and you're going to turn the whole chest over to the left for revolved triangle. Good. And then if you're able to bring it down to the floor on either side is great. So try to work on twisting your chest up. Keep taking that left hip back. The belly in, left hip back. You can use blocks here. You can have your hand on either side. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come on down. Let's step it back. And we'll come into a quick child's pose. curl the toes under and press back. Now we have to do wild thing on the left side. See, we're uneven. Left leg comes up, bend it and stack it, open your hips. So whatever you did the first side, if you didn't do wild thing, just stay here. Otherwise, come on to the edge of your standing foot, the ball of your left foot. Lift your hips up for wild thing. Come on down. Left leg steps forward. Right leg steps forward. Grab your big toes. Lift and lengthen. And then exhale, fold. And circle the arms. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Bend your knees, sink your hips for chair pose. Utkatasana. And forward fold. Clasp your hands behind you. Hands to the floor, walk, step, or jump back. Chaturanga, Cobra up dog, and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, let's bring it forward. Spin your back heel down. Come on up for warrior two. And then reverse the warrior. Maybe swim your hand behind you. Elbow to the thigh, side angle. Left hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. And drop your hand to the floor. Half bind or full bind. And release. Slowly come on up. Let's turn the feet facing forward and then turn the other foot out and come down to warrior two. Opening up into warrior two, heel to arch alignment here. Reverse the warrior. Elbows to the thigh. Drop the hand if you're able to, and top hand behind you for half bind or full bind. Hands to the floor. Quarter turn. We're going to drop down to our knees. And we're going to do this. One leg out. Yep. Super straight spine. And it looks pretty easy, but it's not too easy. So nice flat spine. And then you're going to lift outer abductors and down. So lift and down, lift and down, up and down, up and down. So let's just do 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. And then other side. You can bring your other foot out. So lengthen up through the crown of your head. I'll show you the side view. So the back is flat like this. And then you just lift up as high as you can and down. So ideally parallel-ish or wherever your hip is, as high as you can. Up and down. Really engage the core. My back is nice and flat. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. And we're going to do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And all right, let's go ahead and take our hands behind us, and we're gonna shift your knuckles and just bring both knuckles over to your left. Like this. We're gonna actually, you can curl your toes and sit back on your toes, screaming toes pose, a little plantar fascia stretch, or you can sit like this and get a little shin stretch there. Just for a moment here, and then we're going to go to the other side. So here, or combination of sitting here. You can inch your knees a little more forward to feel a little more of those the big toes, especially screaming, the bottom stretching. Good. And release from here. If you can take your head to the floor, and then just lift your butt off the floor as much as you can. Lift your head over, your hands over. Chin to the chest or chin looking at your belly. All right. And release. Now we're going to clasp our hands for a few dolphin push-ups here. Dolphin push-ups. A little bit of everything. Like coming forward to a plank and back into dolphin. If that is too much, just hold your dolphin forward and back. So building that strength and stability in our shoulders. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come on down. Okay. Now we're going to take that right leg forward. If you have a blanket, you can bring it. We'll do a little low lunge here, stretching the front left hip flexor. Back away, come forward. Back away, come forward. You can stay here or Anjalayasana, coming up. All right, hands to the floor, and we're gonna step it back and do the same thing on the other side. Hello, Roseanne and Dan, welcome. Interlacing our fingers, bringing your hips forward, feeling the back of your right hip flexor, the front of your right hip flexor. So you can soften away, soften back into. Soften away, soften back into. And stay here or lift up for Anjalayasana. And release. We're going to go ahead and step forward, forward fold. And circle the arms, come all the way up. Hands in front of the hearts. Okay, so we'll do a little more balancing today. So let's start with your simple little tree pose. Simple most of the days, maybe, I don't know. Some days not so simple. Lifting up, growing your branches. See if you can grab your foot, take it out. or the bottom of your heel. Take it out. Tailbone down, chest is lifted. And bring it down, other side. If it's wobbly and hard, it's easier off your mat if you have a hardwood floor. Okay. Or your branches if you can. Root your feet down. Maybe grab your toes or a strap around your foot. Maybe holding onto a wall in case you fall over. Tailbone down, chest is lifted. And relax. Okay, so the next one, let's see what angle would be best. Probably just like this. Just have a playful attitude. You might not be able to lift your leg that far, but we kind of did. If you can't do it, then just come back down when we did this and lifted like that, firing your outer abductors. So from this position, lifting and lengthening, and then if you can, you're going to grab your big toe and lift it up. So maybe you only lift up this high, but if you're able to, you want to lift up as parallel-ish as you can and come back down. Good. And other side, I'm going to turn to the side. So lift up, and again, you can engage your core and just lift as high as you're able to, just playfully, and maybe you can come up about parallel-ish, 90-ish degrees. I shifted my gaze. Try to keep your gaze steady and strong. Good. We'll do one more on each side. Out to the right and down, out to the left. And down. Again, it might be harder than it looks, so don't worry, don't feel bad if it was hard. Okay, let's come on down. Child's pose or puppy pose. Take a little breather. If you have a block, puppy pose is a little more opening in your shoulders with a block. Puppy pose, child pose, your namaste your hands, either with a block between or just namaste your hands. Pressing down with the elbows, lifting up. And then release. And now we're gonna take your right leg forward for pigeon. So I'm gonna take the right knee out to the side of your mat, square your hips forward, and come on down if you're able to. If this does not work for you, then you lay on your back. You can do this one if pigeon doesn't work for you. So you do the right ankle over the left knee, and then the right hand between. Flip back around here. And then come on up, turn to your left. Get your foot, if you're able to, pull it in for a quad stretch. And then you can clasp it down and then work on your balance. Squeezing your thighs together, pulling your belly in, maybe lifting and holding balance. Lifting a couple inches, a little more, a little more, a little more. Possibly taking a full mermaid if you have the practice. If not, just keep practicing, right? Practice makes progress. Let's go to the back, and we'll take another vinyasa coming down for Chaturanga, Cobra, downward dog, left leg lifts for three-legged dog. Bring it forward for pigeon. Okay. Square the hips forward. Maybe clasp it. Maybe find your balance for a second or 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Or maybe you can practice your full mermaid pose if you have the practice. All right, now you're going to grab the back foot, spin it forward, and then take the left leg like tree pose. Spin those inner thighs back for Jana Sharashana. So heel down, toes up. Lift and lengthen, and then bring your left hand up to the outer edge of your leg or the outer edge of your foot here. Inhale, exhale, coming forward. Come on up. Stamp your left foot in the floor and twist, or you can jump it over. It's a little easier for some people, and you just twist over towards your bent knee. Maybe hook the elbow past the knee. So the arm and the leg resist each other as you lengthen up. And release. So from here, you're just going to scoot over and take your right hand behind you, palm pressing flat down. Then you're going to use your straight leg and rock onto the edge of your right foot. The edge of your right foot, pressing down with the right hand. Lift up and set the side of your hip down. And then you use your left hand arm, press into the inner knee as you lengthen up through the crown of your head and look over to your right. Look forward wherever your index and middle finger are pressing is fine. Left leg is straight, spinning the inner thighs back. The right knee leg is in tree pose. Lift and lengthen, and then you're going to fold forward, grabbing onto the edge of your foot. So the forehead to your shin. Really relaxing into it and feeling not only your hamstrings, but that right lower back is stretching. All right, lift and lengthen. Let's stamp your right foot right in the floor. You can twist here or you can hop it over, whichever one feels better for you. Hugging the knee in or hooking your elbow past the knee. And release. Now you're going to spin onto the edge of your left leg. And you're going to lift your hip and set onto the edge of your left hip. Left hand presses that way. You're going to press into the inner knee as you look over your left shoulder. And release. Okay. So from there, let's go ahead and interlace your fingers underneath your left foot. And you're going to just stretch it straight up. The tailbone down, chest is lifted. If you like, you can take your right hand to the outside edge of that foot and just twist over to the left, gazing at the left and dropping your foot, the leg a little, drop it down if you can, and release. All right, we'll do the other side. You can just switch feet. I'm just going to turn this way. Interlace under your foot, lift it straight up, pressing it down with the right sitting bone, lifting up through the crown of your head. And then grab the outer edge of your foot. Try to straighten it. Turn the chest, lower this hip down, and maybe stretch your arm out to the side. And all right, let's go ahead and lay down. And let's finish with a little feet on the floor. We're just gonna drop our knees a little side to side and finish with a fish pose today. So arms can be straight, legs can be straight. You can even sit a little on your hands a little. Press, bring the elbows in towards your body. Press down into the mat as you lift up your sternum. And then look back. So maybe the crown of your head touches, maybe not. Either way, it should feel good. And release. Take your hands out, coming into final resting pose, Shavasana. Or you can bend one knee at a time and roll over. So either resting on the floor or sitting up in a seated meditation pose. As we tune into our bodies, breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. And just let your body get heavy with that feeling of weight. And just notice how you feel in your body, your mind, your state of being after this yoga class we have here together. So if you're seated, you can go ahead and take your hands in front of your heart and then press into your heart center and smile and feel blessed and smile. And with gratitude for our practice here together in the virtual world, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thanks for everyone who joined. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And you can subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel. Every little bit goes a long way to help the channel. Sorry for the audio problems. Oh, sorry. Okay, and while this live stream is free for all, I can't make it without my sponsors. So thank you to all of my sponsors or anyone who has donated to our cause here to make these live streams possible. So if you'd like to help me sponsor these live streams, please visit the web link below the screen right now. And I also offer additional classes just for people who sponsor weekly classes. All right, thank you so much for joining, Alice and Suresh and Roseanne and everybody. Thanks, and we'll see you again next time.